Oh, absolutely. I'm sure.
It comes to me first. First, we get a picture.
Okay. Of just like of an idea. Okay.
And their ring and their making.
See, so you are like you're talk about being an artist. I mean, my God. So you take this kind of rough image, the
What
sketch.
Are you doing, a video?
Yeah, I mean, and again, I'm just getting like a close.
I just finished making was. Can I?
Yeah. Please do it. Whatever.
I carve wax, and from this wax, I made a matching wedding band for the lady.
That is really unbelievable. How many carats is that? That's really like it looks like.
Oh, I have no clue.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks big.
It's not huge, but there's lots of melee. The little diamonds are called melee. The small ones.
Is that kind of like what's the other word for the small ones? The small diamonds. I thought there was another word. I'm trying to like learn. Not baguette. No, not baguette. What am I thinking? Well, whatever. Doesn't matter. So is that popular?
Melee, the ones that are less than 20 points.
Points. Okay.
20 points is 20% of 1 carat.
Okay.
So anything less than 20 points is called melee. The little one.
Okay.
And believe me, 10 pointers are not small.
Right.
They're 3 millimeters. There's nothing small about them. But these are pretty small.
And do you prefer working with solitaires, or do you like the complicated like?
I like emeralds because right angles are easy to work with.
Okay.
I got a drill press. I got files, and you can follow a line with a right angle, but come up with a marquee, the one that's pointy on both ends, they're a bitch to work.
I bet.
Ovals are not easy to work with either.
So you and
each oval is a different shape.
And so do you have a template, or do you actually have to kind of eyeball it?
It's my eyeball.
See, that's
sculptor. My great grandfather was a sculptor 100 years ago in the New York area. He worked on Grand Central Station and everything.
Wow.
And I got his gift in my hands, and I really am a rarity in this industry. You have your wax model carver, who get the designer's pictures or the customer's gemstones, and I make the model to fit their gemstones and to be whatever they want.
Right.
Then it's molded in something like plaster of Paris, and that is put in an oven.
It's like a relief, sort of, kind of. Would you call it?
No, you take this wax, stick it in something like plaster of Paris, a can.
Right.
It's like an open-ended can. You pour the plaster in, it hardens up in 15 minutes.
Okay.
You take that whole thing, stick it in the oven.
Okay.
And the wax melts out.
I see. And then you
pour
have
the metal in.
Got it.
Platinum, silver, gold, bronze.
Interesting.
It's cast into the metal.
Oh, okay, right. So it would be considered sort of like I guess a relief, meaning because what you make
different. A relief is something where you have a flat surface and
you've
figures coming out.
The opposite then.
The Egyptians were the first ones to come up with the relief, and they started going more three-dimensional, and then the Greeks took it to the really three-dimensional stuff.
That's fascinating.
I've seen a little history, but I should take more history. But this is cast into metal, and from that metal model, it comes back to me, and I can mold it so we can reproduce it.
So then you get it back to metal, and then do you do the finishing of it, or just the preliminary before the finishing?
From me, it goes to a jeweler. The jeweler will clean it up, put the stamp in it, solder anything that needs to be soldered, if it's a couple different color metals.
Right.
Put it all together, size it up, do whatever the jeweler needs to do. Then it goes to the setter. Setter puts the stones. That's all they do is put stones in place all day long.
So really that's like mechanical at that point.
It's teamwork. Then, yes, the mechanics. We are the mechanics. Then it goes to the polisher.
Okay.
And it might go back to the engraver.
And is that all that in-house, this team?
The names, the words on the inside. It's teamwork. It's all about teamwork.
Is the rest of your team downstairs?
Our setter, Leo, the older man, is a diamond setter and a master engraver.
Wow. And so it's all, so literally nothing has to go out of house in terms of the artists. And, I mean, maybe some
we
producing things. Right. Sure.
Israel and all over the world.
Right. But you guys do it all.
Some things, the computer, there's the CAD design.
Right.
The computer can pop out a three-dimensional piece of the really detailed things with settings in them real tiny that it's just beyond me. And, yeah.
You could use that tool if you wanted to, but
some
this
things
is
are better done by hand.
Right, that's what I was going to say.
Now you couldn't get the computer people to make this fit exactly like a jigsaw puzzle. It's my skill. I'm the sculptor, and I make it.
When's
nice.
your next like time you'll be doing what you do? Just because I'd love to get what's called B-roll, which is just okay. So if I knock on your door and just come in,
molds. I have a whole bunch of injected.
well, all I'd want to do is see you in action, and I'd get what's called B-roll, which is like shots of you doing your thing. And then some of the things I would love to. Okay, but I really want to capture, because what I'm trying to do, besides capture the essence of this whole business, is kind of quickly show the customization process, because that's really what you guys, I think, do best here. Is it's not, you know, yeah.
In the industry, I've been doing this for almost 30 years. I would always look in this window because they have the gemstones that are just.
Do you know what's really funny? You're the only other person to say this, because as I've been doing this, I'm like, diamonds are great. I know they're the best, but I keep going to the left window, and I'm like, the colors. I'm like, I don't know if it's me being ignorant, but these colors. I know. I'm just like this. If it was me, not that I wouldn't. You know, I bought my wife a diamond, but it's like if I had the cash, it's like God, the colors in all of these, whether it's a sapphire or emerald.
You know,
and of course, it's just so beautiful. The colors.
Gemstones are like cars. You got your good quality and you got your bad quality.
Right. I don't know.
It's all about their money. What do you want to pay for it?
But it is really art, and that's why when you say you're an artist, you're not joking.
Chris, the man who looks like you with the beard.
Okay.
Does what I
you know what's funny?
He's one of the best at what I do.
Is he the guy that's also he's a salesman now?
He used to do what I did for years.
He's fascinating now.
He likes working with the people.
Yeah, he's my next interview. Because he's one of the only salesmen that understands both perspectives in a way.
Because most of his career he was doing what I did.
Really?
On a bench making the wax.
Well, in the next half hour you'll be doing something else like that. All right, you're gonna eat. So cool. So
I'll be down there.
okay, cool. I'll come find you. Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and I won't bother you. I will just like film you as you work, and then I'll get out of your way. Thank you so much. Honestly, I'm psyched. Oh, and if you know, this will immortalize it, and it's funny. I'm glad I'm glad I left my thing because
Can you comprehend it?
Well, absolutely, and I wouldn't have known about every step had I not just had this conversation. So
you get the casters who do nothing but pour the castings. You know, make the investment and pour the
But your part is where I think it's really interesting, because you are not doing, not to diminish what they do, but what you do is really an art form. That's where I'm kind of really into what you're doing.
Leo's a real artist too.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
the engravers,
truly
beautiful work, and I'm happy to tell you, because you've made ice cubes before, and basically that's as simple as what it is.
Right,
you know?
right.
On a mold, you pour something in it, and it freezes up.
Right. Except you're making new trays all the time, though, so the cubes are always kind of different in a way. So that's interesting.
Each gemstone is different, and each gemstone has to have its own mounting that fits it.
That's really cool. It's really cool. Well, I'll come film you after you eat, and
see, I appreciate what you're doing too.
I appreciate
your finished work.
Oh, it'll be. Trust me, it's inspired, because I love this place. I love the Barskis, and I mean I've only known them for a few months, but I feel like they're family already, and I really want to. I love the mom, Mr. Barski's like the greatest, and I've met.
Yeah, he's been sick. He was in the hospital.
Pneumonia.
Wait, Jeff, Mr. Barsky. Wait.
Mr.
So the grandfather. Oh, I didn't know that. So because I've only talked. Is he okay? I mean, so okay. That's good sign.
Couple hours a day. He's got appointments.
But he got rid of the pneumonia. He got.
It takes a long time.
Yeah, it does.
And he's 86.
Right. It's great to see him come in, though. I think it's so great when I see him come in. I'm like, he is. He's a very photogenic man. I love it.
About your grandpa, how awesome he is.
It's true. It's true. All right, well, go eat, and I'll see you soon. Thanks.